Okay, so since all of you are still sleeping, I'll just do my thing and then um, so we'll just continue. Meanwhile, I believe we do not even need to go too far from what we did yesterday. We have uh, we had we had our last break of structure to be this guy here, and then we have the internal breaks. So from our internal breaks, um, we had this guy here. From what I explained yesterday, we had this guy here. You know the drill now. The drill is simple: structure, liquidity, and then your point of interest, your zone or your order block. So since we've gotten our structure, you could tell that this was this was a sweep. So we have a liquidity graph. We have liquidity graph here. Let me reduce this to 1px. So you agree with me that this is a liquidity graph, and then on the 1 minute, you could see that we have right here a hidden order block. So all price needed to do was okay. Basically, let me just reiterate. We have our structure here, breakup structure, we have liquidity, and then we have a point of interest. So all you need to do is just look out for a confirmation, which is a change of character here. We have this low as the super liquidity, and then this entire range as the point of interest. So price came into this and then all the way up. Now we still have SLP, SLZ, or SLO, whatever you are, however you are interpreting it, still the same thing. We have a change of character here. A change of character here. We have our liquidity, and then we have point of interest. But I said something yesterday. Since we have down to this low, you could take the entire area, this low, as your point of invalidation. But in actual sense, you would see that price has tapped into the zone, except if you want to go to seconds or you want to use the key level. So if you are using, like I said yesterday, all you needed was reaction from this entire region. And then when price came back into the region, so somebody was trying to show me this area like this as per an order block that broke this structure and then has this guy here. But I was not interested in this. Now, the reason I was not interested in this is because there's already a storyline that leaves this place to be a more valid area than this one. So I was not interested in this one. Although I asked the person to take a buy here, but it was just a scalp, right? So it was just a scalp because definitely there's going to be a reaction since this is a zone that broke structure and has liquidity protecting it. There's definitely going to be a reaction, but then this would be the major point of interest. And how did I take this buy? A simple structure liquidity. So there's no need to do much here. We have this drop here, went back, and then market dropped all the way, came back, and then gave this change of character here. So we have that change of character here, which is this. And then we have We have this week here as an engineered liquidity. That was how I interpreted it. But if you are not even seeing it that way, you could take this as a market structure shift, right? And then this guy as liquidity, and then this or this entire region. That's like a rally base rally, right? As your entire region for a buy. So you'd have had a sharp buy from this region, and then you would have been in profits. Remember, the target is to take out this previous high here. Why? Because when we buy from a low, we target previous high. When we sell from a high, we target previous low, right? So if you are in this buy, you can hold for price to take out. Usually, what price will do is, since it's um, market open for the week, it will just give a massive pump or dump, right? So I'm even expecting market to take out this and then give us a new all-time high. Now, there's something I explained last week, that we have a concern here. And what's the concern? That this is a change. We have, was it last week? When did I explain that? We have a change of character here. And then we have this liquidity resting here. And then what that means is this area is a point of interest. So let's be careful with this area. Meanwhile, we are still maintaining the internal structure. Meanwhile, we are still maintaining the internal structure. So if you are looking at this area, what price will likely do is, remember that remember that we have a change of character point of interest here, which is why I said take your profits here, because price might do this, come into this area and come back into that change of character point of interest, give confirmation before it takes out this high, right? So we need to be careful. On the other hand, price, since it is market open and then there is usually momentum and volume in the market might just give one candle pump, and then just like it did here, there is that again. And just like it did here when market open, just gave this massive candle pump. It might do the same thing here. However, I am still considerate because this is now a an internal structure break. So from here now, we have that change of character. We have this internal structure break. So you could be seeing, do I delete? Let me delete everything so that we have a clean market structure, a clean chart rather. So this is a break of structure. This is liquidity. You get the point now. So remember, this is that last internal change of character. So market might dump into this, give confirmation, and then buy. So those are the possibilities we're expecting in the market. However, I am not expecting price to take out this low for now. Now, if we must sell, eh, the only way we will sell is if price takes out this guy, then we will now look for a point of interest to dump the market at least to this area. But I don't see the possibility. The two things I'm looking at is for price to either buy massively into this or come into this point of area, react, and then buy from this area to take out this high. So that'll be all for the weekly recap. You have a question, Victor?
Mm, no, sir.
Okay. Since una still dey sleep, make I just record my video. Well, how did your week end now?
Fine, fine. So, but I didn't get so much opportunity